Citibank is making a massive move towards crypto. They have partnered with a firm for crypto custody services, and they are going to support Nexo, the crypto lending platform, in crypto acquisitions. Big move by Citibank. Also, huge news out of Canada. Ripple has opened an office there, and they're looking to hire about 50 people. And also, KuCoin, the crypto exchange, got dinged by the Canadian regulators. I want to share the update there. And we have a Bitcoin ATM company that is about to position ATMs in major supermarkets across the United States. Let's break it down. Welcome back to the Thinking Crypto podcast, your home for cryptocurrency news and interviews. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button as well as the thumbs up button and leave a comment below. If you're listening on a podcast platform, please give me a 5-star rating. Quick word from our sponsor, and that is Linkto, which makes private equity investment easy. Linkto is democratizing the process of being able to get shares and equity in crypto companies and tech companies. Previously, you had to be part of a venture capital firm or a hedge fund or some large investment firm to get access. Well, now you can get access through Linkto. And some of the crypto companies they have in their portfolio include Ripple, BitPay, Dapper Labs, Uphold, and Abra. So just like the institutional investors, you can double dip. You can make money with the tokens, which many of you hold, but also invest in these companies pre-IPO. Now, Linkto was part of the Coinbase IPO, or I should say, investing in Coinbase before the IPO. And the users who, of course, made the investments then did really well. Well, there's going to be many more companies, the crypto companies that are going to IPO. So you have the opportunity here to get a stake, my friends, and once again, make money on both sides of the aisle. So be sure to check out Linkto, link in the description. Now, Fed Chairman Jerome Powell spoke today, and there was a lot of uncertainty with statements they were making and how they're going to combat inflation and so forth. And I think they got their jobs cut out for them. But, something he said was, our goal is a soft landing. It's going to be very challenging. Now, I've been talking about the pressure is going to mount as the midterm elections come up later this year. And you could start seeing a reversal, I think, by September with QE, quantitative easing, starting again. Right now, they're tightening, raising rates, but they can only keep that up for so long and make us feel the pain for so long, because there's going to have to be a reversal at some point. And, with the elections coming up, I think it'll force Biden, who will then, try to force the Fed to reverse. So once again, we got some pain ahead, and Powell and these guys are still trying to figure out what they're going to do. But be patient in the QT phase, the quantitative tightening phase. It's a great opportunity to buy the dip and buy the lows, and then be patient and let the market go back to normal as they start doing QE. So I just want to give a quick update there. And Binance CEO CZ says the worst part is probably over for the crypto route. I still think we can go lower, guys. I still think there could be another drop down, and don't be surprised. Be prepared for that. Bitcoin could go to 15K. Right, or lower. I don't think it goes below 10K, honestly. Maybe it bottoms at 12K, but be prepared for that, and just have your dry powder on the side. Not financial or investment advice, of course, but do your own research and make sure that you are looking at the market cycles. Understand that it's simple: buy the lows and sell the highs, and part of that process is putting your emotions to the side and looking at the charts and the investment principles and being patient, of course. Now, let's jump into the big news here. Citibank chooses Swiss firm Metaco for digital asset custody. The custody platform integration is with securities services and will focus on tokenized securities to begin with. Now, we know Citibank is already offering Bitcoin trading services to their institutional clients, and they're taking the next step for custody, guys. And we've talked about it over the years. Those of you who've been with me since 2017 or 2018, even 2019, we've been talking about all the banks will offer crypto trading and custody services. and they will start hitting up their clients saying, hey, would you like to diversify and add crypto to your portfolio? And guess what? We will custody it for you. You already have your money with us, and so on and so forth. And the white glove service is going to be coming along with this. So we're seeing the moves happening, guys, and it's coming from the biggest banks in the world, right? Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, and game theory playing out here. Citibank's going to do it, and you're going to see Wells Fargo and then Bank of America. And we've seen them make moves over the years. And look at when it's happening during the bear market here, right? So they're not being scared. They're not scared, or they're not disrupted by the price swings or anything like that. They have a long-term view. So banking powerhouse Citibank has selected Swiss crypto custody firm Metaco to develop the bank's digital asset safekeeping capabilities. Citi, which holds about $27 trillion of assets under custody, intends to fully integrate Metaco's harmonized crypto custody platform, the company said on Wednesday. The announcement concerns Citi's securities services team. A representative for the bank pointed out via email, meaning the focus for now will be on things like tokenized securities, representations of stocks and bonds moved around and settled using blockchain tech. So this is what I've been talking about, guys, the token economy. You're going to have crypto, digital assets, and then tokenized stocks, tokenized commodities, tokenized securities. So we're going to see all types of tokenization, everything on the blockchain, 24/7, borderless trading, guys. It is coming. It's amazing what is happening here. So the article continues here saying, like Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan, Citi offers in Bitcoin futures, and in November of last year, the bank revealed plans to hire 100 staffers to beef up a digital assets division for institutional clients. Of course they are, guys. Of course they are. They will keep building. They know we haven't hit full mainstream mass adoption yet. Yes, there's been some mainstream advertisements and promotions and so forth, but we haven't hit full mass adoption yet, right? And when you look at crypto versus the internet, some folks have been charting that out. We're just past halfway for crypto, but we're not at full adoption. So think about the internet from the 90s and dial up and then to broadband and eventually every home having internet, right? So this is where we have to be patient, and we're still relatively early, and there's still an amazing opportunity to make money here if you're buying early, buying the lows. So here's a quote. We are witnessing the increasing digitization of traditional investment assets along with new native digital assets. We are innovating and developing new capabilities to support digital asset classes that are becoming increasingly relevant to our clients, said Okan Pekin, global head of securities services at Citi, in a statement. Very bullish news, my friends. Very, very bullish. Now, Citi is also doing something big here. Nexo, the crypto lending platform, hires Citigroup to advise on acquisitions. The crypto lender is planning to buy rival platforms. Now, we saw Nexo come out and say, hey, here's an offer to buy Celsius, right? Now, it was maybe in bad taste to tweet that out, right? They shouldn't have done that, but hey, they made it public, and it looks like they're serious. They're going to go look to buy up these rivals who are suffering right now. Yesterday, we talked about BlockFi getting $250 million from Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX. And we don't know what's going to happen with Celsius. We're still waiting to see. They shut down withdrawals and swaps and so forth for many users. And we haven't heard not much from them. So Nexo could be looking to acquire them. And also we'll see what else they acquire. But the fact is, they're working with the banking giant Citigroup. And it says here, as they pursue a consolidation of other crypto lenders hit by the recent market downturn, according to an announcement shared with CoinDesk, the company also later announced the information in a blog post. The news comes weeks after the rival lending platform Celsius Network halted customer withdrawals, spurring speculation of insolvency. Here's a quote. We have been approached by multiple Wall Street banks and decided to officially explore the opportunities for acquisition to help stabilize our nascent industry, said Anthony Trenchev, Nexo's co-founder and managing partner. The announcement states that Nexo is planning a mass consolidation of the crypto industry through mergers and acquisitions. On June 13th, Nexo revealed that it was planning a buyout of Celsius, including assets mostly or fully of collateralized loan receivables secured by corresponding collateral assets. That's a mouthful. But guys, this is certainly an opportunity. It's not something, new or specific to crypto. This has happened in other markets. And this is the time for the companies who are doing well and have cash on the side to go buy up these smaller companies, or ones even who are larger, who are not doing well. And I talked about it yesterday that Sam Bankman-Fried, from a business standpoint, is making a really smart move, getting BlockFi and making investments in other things. We talked about him taking a position in Robinhood. So really a smart move on his part, where valuations are down. Some of these companies are having problems. That's the time you can go in and get, what you're asking for. It's kind of like Shark Tank, right? So smart move by Nexo. If they're in a position to do that, kudos to them. Obviously, it sucks to see companies go under or fail, but they can survive by being acquired in a way, right? Versus going bankrupt and cease to exist at all. So this is good. It helps the market. It helps prevent more black swan events, which could certainly drive the prices down. I hope Celsius does not collapse, because if it does, we're going to have that maybe below $10,000 Bitcoin price, because they hold a lot of Bitcoin, a lot of crypto. So that would not be good. It'll be another Terra Luna type situation, because it's massive. Now let's move ahead. Out of Canada, we got some news here. KuCoin exchange has been permanently banned from participating in the Ontario market by OSC regulators. This is not good. Here it says, let me pull up the details. It's for failing to comply with securities laws. So I don't use KuCoin. I know they certainly have people using their platform, and they're a decent size, but this is a big time ban, and maybe they can right the ship and get back into the good graces of the securities regulators. But we'll see what happens. And it looks like these regulators are going to go after these exchanges who are not following the rules. Now, Ripple, they have opened an office in Toronto, Canada, to serve as a crypto hub, and plans to initially hire 50 engineers. So Brad Garlinghouse, Ripple CEO, tweeted about this and kind of made a joke. He said Drake, which is the hip hop artist, of course, just released a new album, and a week later, Ripple opens its first office in Canada. Coincidence? ? Exclamation point. In all seriousness, though, Toronto has some incredible technical talent, and we're looking forward to meeting you. Some people might say, well, hey, why are you sharing this news? Well, it just shows that Ripple as a company, despite the SEC lawsuit, is in a great spot. They continue to hire and expand, and their cash reserves are good. Obviously, they have the escrow and so forth, and they're expanding globally. They have offices around the world. They continue to build. It's just the United States that they're having these roadblocks and hurdles because of the SEC and Gary Gensler and the lawsuit, of course. And I think Ripple is going to win, but we'll see what happens. And this is certainly some good news to see when a lot of other companies are firing people. A lot of other companies are going under, right? So that's a good sign. And certainly, as I talked about at the beginning of the video, link to, if you want to get shares in Ripple, you can certainly do that. So, you can go through them. And I'm sure with the market downturn, valuations have probably gone down a bit. So you could probably get some shares at a lower, value for some of these companies. So something to check out. Now, CoinCloud brings always fresh, always authentic digital currency machines to Cardenas Markets in 3 states. So this is an industry-leading Bitcoin ATM and digital currency machine operator. And today they announced a partnership with Cardenas, if I'm saying that right, Markets, one of the largest Hispanic grocery chains in the country, operating 59 stores in 3 states, including California, Arizona, and Nevada. Cardenas Markets customers will have access to CoinCloud's DCMs to buy and sell Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other and over 40 digital currencies with cash. Now, I talked about this before. Some of you may say, dude, who the hell is going to buy crypto from an ATM? What are you kidding me? I use an app, I use an exchange, yada, yada. Well, you got to think beyond your demographic. You have to think beyond your age group. And I think of like people who are, familiar with ATMs, they're comfortable with it. And sure, so that's not everybody, but it's a certain segment of the demographic of the country, right? Not everybody lives in the same state, the same financial status, the same infrastructure is not, it doesn't exist in every state, right? There are levels of certain things based on the state you live in. So will some people buy crypto through these machines? Of course. Am I going to do that? Of course not. All right. So you got to think when mainstream adoption happens and these on and off ramps are set up, people are going to FOMO in. And even if they buy a $50 of Bitcoin or Ethereum or some other crypto on an ATM, that works for them. They feel comfortable with that. You and I may not, right? So just got to think bigger than ourselves and those of us who are here, and think about the people who are not following crypto as much, but maybe they see it and they're like, oh, you know what, I want to buy some. I'll put $20 into it, right? So this is important. This is important infrastructure and pretty big in my opinion. Finally, Dennis Porter here reported the following news. The governor of Louisiana just signed a bill that allows financial institutions in Louisiana to custody Bitcoin and digital assets for customers. Big move, my friends. And remember, game theory will play out here. We're just seeing many states within the US that are going full crypto. They're becoming very crypto friendly, and it's also happening in government, in Congress, and so forth. So very bullish news. Some of you may say, dude, you're saying it's bullish news, but why isn't the price pumping? Well, that's where you have to separate news from market cycles. We are in a bear market. There's downward pressure and sell pressure, but all of these approvals and partnerships and so forth, you will see the fruits of those things in the bull market. So some folks, once again, I used to think this way too, like, oh, this good news came out, that means the price has to pump. No, because not necessarily. There's other factors out there, right? And things that are happening, and you're not going to see some massive run up in a bear market. That's just how it is. We just got to be patient and follow the news closely. Who are making the moves? Who's investing? What's happening? And that's why I have this channel, this podcast, so that you guys can keep up to date, with the information. I obviously share my sources and where I'm getting the news, so you can verify that it's not BS or I'm making it up, right? But it's factual. It's things that are actually happening. And that's what we want to focus on, not hype, not over speculation, but rather what tangible things, what is actually happening, and who's making the moves, what capital is being invested, what are the governments doing. And we're seeing all signs pointing towards crypto despite the bear market and the downturn, because bear markets exist. We clearly see that with stocks, real estate, right? Everything. And the Fed is a big catalyst right now with what they're doing, and every market is in a bear market right now. So you got to make sure you have that perspective and keep these things at the back of your mind and not move by emotions. Having learned and educate myself about these things, it has helped me to make money and to be able to navigate markets, to not listen to financial news on TV with Jim Cramer, but to go do my own research and understand what is happening here. Look at the charts and look at the moves being made. Forget about what people are saying. It's not what they say, it's what they do. And that's important, right? Because guys can go on TV and say something, they can even tweet something out and do the opposite. But if you look at SEC filings, if you look at certain reportings of things that they can't fabricate or like switch up easily, like they just injected, like Sam Bankman-Fried just invested $250 million in BlockFi. Well, they can't fake that, right? But if somebody was to just tweet out, oh, I think Sam Bankman-Fried is doing this, okay, well, we need to see the actual confirmation from news sources and government filings and so forth. Anyway, I hope you guys get what I'm saying. And that's the news. Let me know what you all think about this Citibank news. I think it's big, further validation that these people don't care about the prices right now. They're just building, they're investing, they're looking to acquire different companies, and they know there's money to be made, and they just wait out the bear cycle and get it back into the bull. All right, guys, let me know what you think. Leave your thoughts, comments below. Hit the thumbs up button, share this video, and I'll talk to you all later.